want to go up a division, that's what you'd like to do?
See?
And now Pereira go for the finish! What a leaping knee! Easy work for Pereira!
Fighting out of Suriname, Diedrich, Abena.
Oh, straight right hand! What a knockdown! What power from Tim Power!
Bailey's bringing him into a scrap now.
And then a high kick! Lights out! Troy Trouble Jones! Never been beaten. He's done. He is done. Wow, and a right hand! Oh! Left, right, finish, Matt Baker.
Glory concluded its summer in the Sunshine State with Glory 68 Miami, an action-packed night featuring knockouts, overtime, and history. It all comes your way and more next on Glory Rewind. We start in the featherweight division with number 10 ranked and undefeated Abraham Vidales of Mexico taking on American Justin Greskiewicz.
Touch it right there, step back, ready at the bell.
Justin Greskiewicz said he used to dye his hair all different colors, turned pro as a fighter, lost his first 2 fights, and then dyed his hair purple and won his 3rd fight, and since then he's never changed it.
Yeah, I fought on many cards with Justin coming up in the rankings. And he was a veteran even when I started my professional career.
Well, he knows he's on the downside of his career at 35 years old and needs a great performance here tonight.
Already you can see the way Vidales mixes his punches and his kicks. He's going to mix levels really well.
Vidales said he noticed that Greskiewicz is hurt when you go to the body relatively easily, but he said, I think I'm going to try and beat him a different way.
Let's see how he sets it up. Greskiewicz trying to use his low kicks. Nice leg check as well.
Well, Joe, you talked about how great you think Vidales is and can be, but if you're Greskiewicz, what would you do to beat this guy?
Well, he's going to have to move, try to be first. Don't just sit there and wait for Vidales to get any of his combinations on. Be first, let Vidales kind of move and keep moving your feet. Don't be a standing target, because that's where Vidales is going to mix his levels, hit the body. So he's got to keep moving, try to be first sometimes, just counterfight.
Jumping knee there, high kick. Greskiewicz cannot get backed up stationary on the ropes. We've seen what happens when he does.
Yep, Vidales just dug that left hook to the body, so he's going for it now. Because Greskiewicz is doing a good job at blocking the right kicks. You know, good Thai style from the purple people eater.
Already red marks all over Greskiewicz's body.
Yep, he's forcing Vidales to try to use some creativity in his striking. Try to set up those low kicks well. He's doing a good job at moving. This is where he needs to avoid.
Oh, and a body shot with a right hand sends Greskiewicz down.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You good? Yep. Step to me. Fight.
2 of Vidales' 3 wins in glory have come by knockout. Let's see if he can get number 3.
Yep, Vidales goes heavy with the right kick, and then he's going to mix in the left hook.
Another body kick. There's more red on Greskiewicz than purple at this point.
Fight.
Greskiewicz, though, with so much experience, he knows how to get out of these situations.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step to me. Sir. Step over here. Protect yourself. Sir. Fight! 10 seconds.
Another body kick from Vidales, and it seems like it's just a matter of time before Abraham gets him out of there.
Yep, everything's with power. Now he's going to let his style unfold. He's got a good lead hand, follow right side.
Two judges scoring at 10-7, 1 10-8.
Yep, good combination work from Vidales, punch kick.
Vidales doesn't have a scratch on him at this point.
Yep, now Vidales is going for the finish. It's coming. Corner of Justin. Greskiewicz asking him to come forward. Don't just back up.
Low kick from Justin. Trying to find a way back into this fight.
Now Vidales going back with that left hook to the body.
Vidales walks right into that right hand. He's got to be a little bit careful here, does he not?
Well, I mean, Greskiewicz can get dangerous. Throw a good counter shot. I mean, you're always susceptible to getting hit, but that power style of Vidales is just shutting down Greskiewicz.
About 43% of Greskiewicz's wins have come by knockout, so he's got some pop. Combination for Vidales.
Yep. Changing up the left side with the right side, mixing his punches with the kicks.
How many more of those can Greskiewicz take? Couple knees right there. Remember, if there's 4 knockdowns in a fight, it will be stopped. We're already at 2. Oh, and a right hand sends Greskiewicz down for the 3rd time.
Mixing up the strikes. And he's not over-attacking the body. Now he goes upstairs. Greskiewicz is defending the body, so punch the head.
Over here. Protect yourself. Fight!
One more knockdown, and this is over. Vidales is going to try and do it as spectacularly as possible. Can he get out of the 2nd round? High kick there from Greskiewicz. That was a surprise.
Yeah, he's got to do something different, not just back up doing the same things.
10-8 round for Vidales. Boy, he's doing everything right, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he just keeps his distance. You see him attack, and look at his ring control. He's not chasing Greskiewicz. He's just following patiently, and then when it's ready to attack, he just puts all the power in combinations. If you're going to attack, put it together. Don't just, he rarely throws a single.
Good maturity being shown by the 24-year-old. Not overzealous at all. As you look at punches, Vidales outlanding Greskiewicz by 30. 1, 2, 3. What a combination. Fantastic stuff from Abraham Vidales, and we're about to see the end, I've got a feeling, as Vidales closing in for the finish.
That's 1 kick away. Vidales is going for it now.
Greskiewicz a complete mess. Bruised, bloodied, and almost beaten. I'll tell you what, though, he's showing a lot of heart sticking around this long.
Absolutely, and he's still there. He's still fighting.
And those body shots. Greskiewicz just trying to get away, but there's nowhere to go. That will do it. The Mexican sensation has done it again.
Yeah, 15 wins, 0 losses, 12 finishes.
Here are the highlights from Vidales versus Greskiewicz, and it was all one-way traffic.
Vidales, just that technical, structured kickboxer. He's got power in all of his strikes, and we saw that again tonight. His ability to change levels, to mix his punches and his kicks and his knees, just makes him really dangerous. You know, he continued to put the pressure, and I mean, he's attacking left side, right side, straight punches, body punches. And he just, every time he throws, he puts everything in combinations. And in those combinations, not only does he mix his strikes, he mixes levels too, and this is why he's rewarded with good finishes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you watched it as it happened. This bout ends by way of the Glory Maximum Knockdown rule with an official time
of 1 minute 26 seconds of that third and final round when our referee, Andrew Glenn, steps in to wave it off for your winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Abraham Vidales.
With the win, Vidales moves up to number 8 in the featherweight rankings and remains perfect at 15-0, 12 coming by knockout. Coming up later on Rewind, Alex Pereira looks to make history. But up next, it's the middleweights as Matt Baker takes on Ivan Galaz. And Troy Jones goes up against Omari Diedrich in welterweight action. This is Glory 68 Rewind. Welcome back to Rewind. Next up, 2 top 10 middleweights faced off in a key matchup, with the winner putting himself one step closer to title consideration when number 7 Ivan Galaz took on 10th ranked Matt Baker.
Galaz from Chile wearing the white gloves, Matt Baker in the black.
Yeah, right away you see that height difference, and asking Galaz about it, he says, that's no problem. I'm used to fighting taller guys. So he's going to really try to attack the body, use his low kicks. Where Matt Baker's probably going to use some of his knees.
Galaz picked up his first Glory win at Madison Square Garden, said that was the highlight of his career. The mecca of sports and entertainment, Madison Square Garden. Whoa! Ivan Galaz just stunning Matt Baker, who doesn't know what hit him.
6, 7, 8.
Where did that come from? Let's see if Galaz has got that finishing prowess. Looking for his 16th professional KO.
Yeah, just explosive. Trying to get on the inside, and when you get on the inside, you got to work. Fight your way in. When you're there, you got to go.
Baker seems to have recovered fairly well, although Galaz not really pressing him hard.
Galaz using his movement, trying to circle around. Try to explode his way in. He's got to stay all the way out or all the way in.
Would you have been more aggressive after that knockdown?
Well, I mean, it's still early in the fight, and Galaz in his last fight kind of gassed out against Joe Taylor. So there he's using his experience, not getting over crazy, emptying the tank. Stay patient. It's actually a veteran move.
Well, I'm sure Baker doesn't mind it at all that Galaz is choosing to stay on the outside.
And Galaz getting tricky with those uppercuts and angle changes of the punches.
What a stunning knockdown early in the first round for Galaz.
Galaz even switching stances a bit.
Sometimes Galaz's jab is more like a paw, almost a feint.
Yeah, he's trying to set stuff up like that overhand right. Not throw everything with power. The more experienced you get, you don't throw everything with power. You set things up a little bit more. Like that, Baker's trying to use his low kicks.
This round has certainly belonged to Galaz.
Baker trying to close the ring, use the ring control.
Baker with an 8-inch reach advantage. He'd like to keep Galaz as far away as possible.
Yeah, maybe Baker mixing the jab, trying to keep Galaz off.
We pick up the action in round 2.
Let's see how Baker handles adversity. He's off to a pretty strong start here in round 2.
What I like what Galaz is doing, he fakes an overhand right and throws the low kick. He's done that a few times in the first round and just did it now in the second. See, he throws the low kick, you'll probably see it again. Fakes the overhand right, drops the right low kick.
He's putting a lot into those right hands as well, Joe. Every punch thrown with ferocity.
I think Baker's starting to pick up. Every time Baker lands his kicks, you can see the damage it's doing.
Well, if somehow Baker can come back and win rounds 2 and 3 on the judges' scorecard, we'll go to an extra round if need be.
Yep, there's that uppercut from Baker again. Also mixing his high kicks. And now check Galaz's low kick. Baker now starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in the second round. Ooh, good knee on the inside. Baker's got to capitalize when Galaz crashes that distance. Knees, uppercuts are all good weapons.
5-inch height advantage, 8-inch reach advantage for Baker, but it's Galaz who has the lone knockdown.
Good movement so far from Galaz. Baker trying to continually cut the ring off. Use his ring control.
Close round. Baker certainly needs to win it.
That was a close.
We'll soon see the judges' official scores from that second round, which will certainly affect the strategy of both of these fighters here in the third.
Yeah, second round. Ooh, that low kick hurt. You can see the bruising on Galaz's lead leg.
All three giving it to Baker. That means if Baker can win this round, we'll go to a fourth. But Joe, those low kicks will pile up. And if it does go an extra round, advantage Baker.
Yeah, Baker's kicks are scoring really well now. Those big, strong legs, every time they land, they do damage.
Joe, when you've got that kind of damage from low kicks on your leg, what's the best way to alleviate it?
Well, you can either switch stances, keep moving, try to slip, but you see Galaz trying to block it. That's one way. Use the shin. Or move, switch stances.
Or I guess just be aggressive and never let the other guy kick you.
That's one way. Stay in or out. But a good low kicker will still get that leg.
Stop! Stop!
Those low kicks are hurting him now, but he just did a good job at slipping that one.
Here are the total strikes landed. Galaz 10 more than Baker, who's thrown about 20 more than Galaz.
Changing low kicks, but Bakers are doing more damage.
Galaz doing well with the boxing. Baker doing better with the kicking.
Galaz definitely faded in this third round. He's still coming forward, but he's eating a lot more than he did in those first two rounds.
Galaz would love to turn this into a phone booth fight. Get away from that long reach and the long kicks of Baker.
I think Baker complains about headbutts on the inside. Just gave the referee a little look. That's another good strategy for Galaz. If you're going to eat a low kick, just keep blasting your punches.
Nice right hand for Galaz. With 15 seconds left. If Galaz wins this round, he wins the fight. Whoa, right hand just missed from Galaz. That could have been a game ender. Instead, it'll go to the judges' scorecards.
Yeah.
Will we see one more round? Let's take a look at our highlights from this 3-rounder or possibly 4-rounder, Joe.
Yep, it was that early spinning back fist knockdown from Ivan Galaz, perfectly timed, but Matt Baker was able to recover and had a good second round and continued to come down, chop away in the legs of Galaz, mixing some good knees and uppercuts, but Galaz continued to come forward, and I'm curious to hear what the judges have as decision.
Here's Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals. One of our judges scores at 29-28, Baker. The other two have it 28-28. Even. This one a majority draw. But according to Glory rules, we go one more round.
It's a rock'em sock'em robot round. Here we go. Baker on the front foot early, but got caught with the right hand from Galaz.
Yeah, and Baker's going right for those punch to low kicks, but Galaz is closing that distance. They're bringing heat in this extra round.
Oh, an axe kick from Galaz. Pulling out the Andy Doob axe kick. Joe, those low kicks, when you've had about 3 or 4 minutes to stand around, does it do even more damage for your legs?
Yeah, the blood could cool, but could give you a little break from them. So Galaz trying that spinning back fist. Baker back to the low kick.
Baker has targeted the left leg of Galaz ad nauseum, and look at the damage done.
Yeah, Galaz has landed some good low kicks himself, but Bakers are definitely doing more of the damage.
Galaz's leg looks like the wall of my 3-year-old's room. A lot of black and pink marker everywhere.
Yeah, Baker ripping the body now. Galaz staying in the pocket. That's where he's got to be. I feel it might come down to who's the busier fighter.
Galaz, we talked about him running out of gas, Joe. He got filled up.
Yeah, he said in his pre-fight interviews he had something special, and it had to have been some sort of spinning. They just exchanged left hooks.
Baker just doing what he's done all fight. Galaz trying to pull out the spectacular.
Yep, Galaz now pushing the pace a little bit more. Baker's pissed off with the headbutts.
Well, like I always said, if you don't like what the other guy's doing to you, you can punch him in the face.
There you go.
Oh, nice high kick. It caught Galaz coming in, but Galaz still marching forward.
And Galaz ate a right hand coming in too. That toughness of Galaz really starting to show. Just keeps pressing, keeps throwing those low kicks too.
The Chilean national champion bringing the fight to Baker. 30 seconds to go. The fight probably still hangs in the balance.
Baker now trying to steal the last bit of this fight.
If someone can land that one big shot here with 10 seconds to go. Galaz, that connected.
They want to leave that lasting impression in this round.
Well, I do not envy the judges here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after that sudden victory round, all 3 of our ringside judges scored the bout 10-9 for your winner, Matt Baker.
It took one extra round for Matt Baker to come from behind and secure his biggest Glory victory to date. Moving up to number 6 in the middleweight rankings, he has his eyes on cracking the top 5. And speaking of the top 5, next up, 5th-ranked Troy Jones, looking to stay undefeated in Glory as he took on Amari Diedrich in welterweight action.
Troy Trouble Jones in the teal trunks. Amari Diedrich in the red and black. Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, welterweight division.
Troy Jones is one of the American prospects I'm really exciting to see develop.
Yeah, he's never really been tested yet, Joe.
Nope, and he's ranked number 5 now, so he's going to start getting the bigger fights, and you're just going to see how clean and technical his striking is. And he's got good finishing abilities, especially in that right hand. We've seen him knock out people with that right head kick. And he just keeps that good distance control.
Yeah, his knockout of Casey Green back at Glory 58, one of the knockouts of the year, 2018.
You'll even see Troy Jones switch stances a lot. Playing long off the jab. He just had a baby, so he says he's more motivated than ever. It's like, if I'm taking away time from my family, I gotta perform.
Got another mouth to feed.
Diedrich's gonna just stay in his face, not take a step backwards. pressure and keep chopping the legs.
On paper, this looked pretty evenly matched. So far, it looks like Troy Jones getting the better of his British counterpart thus far.
Yep, just staying long, picking and moving. You'll see Diedrich not take a step back.
Oh,
That hurt!
a liver shot. Left hook to the liver, and down goes Diedrich.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over here. Give me your hands.
He's still hurt, Joe.
Yep, he's taking big breaths. Let's see what the finisher, Trouble Jones, is going to do now.
He looks very calm as Diedrich's trying to buy time. Another shot right in the same spot. A bullseye for Jones.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come over here.
One more knockdown, and it's over.
You want to keep going?
Yeah, Troy Jones went straight right to the body this time. Now Diedrich's going to have to move a little bit. Let's see if Jones changes the attack now.
Oh, a big, big knee right to the face, and that should do it. A third knockdown in the round, and that is it. Troy Trouble Jones delivering another outstanding performance.
13 wins, 11 by knockout. That's the finishing ability. I mean, you can win fights, but when you can finish like that, that's what makes you a special talent and a really good prospect for the Glory division.
Asa 10 Pal may be the hottest young prospect from America right now, but Troy Jones may just have one-upped him there with that dominating performance over a very game Amari Diedrich.
Easy work.
Easy work, says Jones.
Yeah, he just stayed patient, technical, and you saw him use that probe jab and just whip everything off of it. Very technical, very good setup, and very good finish from Trouble Jones.
Troy Jones improving to 13-1 with 11 knockouts, Joe. That's almost a 90% KO rate in the welterweight division.
Yep, he's going to be moving up quick. I mean, right now, currently ranked 5. So he's got some big, exciting fights and a lot of international opponents ahead of him.
Let's watch all 3 of these knockdowns, and it started with a left hook to the liver.
Yep, it's all set up off of that left jab. Touch, 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 boom! Rips that body, perfectly placed. Straight punches to the head, opens up the body. He just ripped that left hook in, and now he changed it up a bit. He went straight right to the body. He knew that Diedrich was covering up that left liver, opens up the center, and he just planted that straight right in down the center. And then again, he knew he was protecting the body, mixed an uppercut, and then this is when he threw that jump knee right to split the guard. And down goes Amari Diedrich.
One more angle here, Joe.
Yep, set up off that jab. Technical uppercut, boom! Finish the fight.
He called it easy work, and boy, did he make it look that way. Tim Hughes makes it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, you watched it as it happened. This bout comes to an end by way of the Glory Maximum Knockdown Rule. When our referee Wayne Spinola steps in and waves it off, the official time, 2 minutes, 28 seconds of that very first round, declaring your winner by technical knockout, Troy Jones.
Once again in dominating fashion, Troy Jones goes to 13-1, 4-0 in Glory, with 11 of those wins coming by knockout. With the win, Jones moves up 1 spot to number 4, while putting the division on notice. Still to come, the interim light heavyweight world title fight between current middleweight champion Alex Pereira and number 2 ranked Donaghy Abena. But up next, the American Ninja Asa 10 Pal takes on the British Bulldog Bailey Sugden. It's the US versus the UK on Glory 68 Rewind. Welcome back to Miami and Glory 68 Rewind. In another key featherweight bout, 6th-ranked Florida native Asa 10 Pal faced his toughest opponent yet in the British Bulldog, Bailey Sugden of the United Kingdom.
All right, gentlemen, you got the rules. Any question about the rules? Follow my instructions, protect yourself. Until you stop or break, do it right away, you understand? Touch right there, step back, ready at the bell.
Well, we know Asa 10 Pal can fight pretty, but can he fight dirty? Bailey Sugden is ready for a street fight. Here we go, 3 rounds in the featherweight division.
This is the fight I was most excited for when I heard the card announced. Really excited to see how Ace is going to deal with that Bailey Sugden pressure.
Sugden boxing based, 10 Pal Muay Thai based.
It's funny asking, you know, both of them about the boxing. They both feel they have the advantage here. We've seen Bailey mix in some good kicks as well.
Bailey Sugden's father and trainer, Dean Sugden, said they were elated when asked to fight Asa 10 Pal. Not intimidated in the least. I said, don't you want Bailey to have a sort of easy night every once in a while? He's fought a killer's row, and he says, no, man, we think we can beat Asa 10 Pal.
Yep, Ace is already wanting to stay longer, mix his strikes, use his kicks versus the punches.
From Bailey, ends it with an exit low kick.
Yep, he's done that high output, but Asa 10 Pal's really got a nice overhand right. You've seen him drop a few people with that already.
If there's one thing that gets Asa 10 Pal upset, it's if you tell him that his boxing isn't as good as his opponent's.
Yep, he's been upset with me a few times with that.
But I'll ask you anyway, who's the better boxer, Joe?
Well, it's tough because it's a different style of boxing. Bailey's more of a boxer on angles, attacking, moving, where you see Asa 10 Pal use it more to set up his kicks and land that big overhand right. So difference of styles.
Good right hand from Bailey.
There's that high output from Bailey.
Spinning back fist there for 10 Pal. He tried to avoid Bailey's punches when he had his back turned.
And Ace's last fight, he threw a lot of spinning attacks and asked him about, would you do that against Bailey? And he says, it's a different fight. He could adapt. He's got to fight differently. He's fighting towards his opponent's style. Where Bailey, on the other hand, is going to bring the fight. He fights to his style, makes people fight his way.
A lot less spectacular offense than we've seen in the past from 10 Pal. He knows what he's dealing with in Bailey Sugden. Close first round.
Yeah, Bailey with the output. Asa 10 Pal chopping the legs.
10 seconds.
Straight right hand for Bailey. That's a 50-50 first round. And all 3 judges gave round 1 to 10 Pal.
Yeah, I mean, you got to even see now the low kicks. Asa 10 Pal's really focusing on it. Some bruising on Bailey's outside leg.
That was a very close first round. Maybe a bit surprised that all 3 judges scored it for the American.
Well, I mean, you have the crowd cheering, so every time Asa lands, you know, it could sway the judges.
It's not supposed to.
But it was a close round regardless.
Nice jumping knee there for 10 Pal.
Yep, he knows Bailey's coming forward with hands, so he's meeting with low kicks and knees now. Doesn't want to sit there and overbox,
Good
but
counter right hand. Perfectly executed, and he caught him again with the left.
yeah, you sure Asa 10 Pal probably wants to get competitive and show that he'll outbox him.
One kick just missed. Bailey Sugden said he has been completely 100% immersed in this training camp. Says he never gets abs no matter what he does, but this camp, he found some abs. That's how dedicated he's been to his craft. Bailey scoring.
He's trying to land that big, powerful right hand. Putting everything behind it.
You know, we haven't really seen a ton of forward pressure from Bailey like we normally would.
Yeah, Ace is doing a good job at managing his distance, circling, staying long. He's not going to let Bailey just sit there and tee off.
Nice flurry. Bailey then.
Anytime Asa stands, that's when Bailey's scoring. He just had 2 nice combinations, 3 good exchanges in a row.
Bailey starting to heat up here in round 2.
And sometimes it takes a while for pressure to build up. Asa now being a little bit more hesitant throwing the low kick, knowing Bailey's gonna slam that right hand down the middle. Yeah, they just swung in mid-range.
Another fight, close round. Oh, Asa caught him coming in, but then Bailey got his shots in as well.
And that's when Ace is landing well, trying to land his counter punches, especially with that right hand on the exit.
Bailey Sugden, the British Bulldog, versus Asa 10-pound, the American Ninja.
And you should see the scores.
All 3 judges giving it to 10-pound. Joe, I've got to say, it doesn't seem that it's going, I don't want to say it's, let's just say that Sugden deserves better, it seems like, from my perspective.
Yeah, it's a great fight. I mean, Bailey's doing the right things, being aggressive, staying in the face. Asa is moving, evading. He did land good counter punches, right, that do damage, but definitely is really close to the fight.
Well, Dean Sugden told his son, I think you can hurt him. He has to if he wants this fight to go to a 4th round. Needs a knockdown. Combination there for Bailey. Front kick there.
Bailey's blitzing with his punches now.
Bailey's entire left arm is tattooed like Iron Man. He could use an iron-like left hook right now.
Yeah, which is his favorite strike. Right now, he's really slamming his right hand. He's got to keep that pressure, keep going. Not back up after that combination. Stay in Ace's face.
Bailey has landed 14 more strikes. Granted, he's thrown about 50 more.
Yeah, Bailey's definitely the busier fighter. Comes down to damage, the meaningful strikes.
Total strikes landed, Sugden with 4, but 10-pound more accurate. Has never been knocked down. Bailey needs to find a way to do it in the final 45 seconds.
Bailey just slipped outside, tried to counter with his punches.
Head punches. Look at Sugden, 40 to 17.
Thrown 122.
Showing a lot of heart as he normally does, but it may not be enough tonight. A low kick there from Sugden.
Love that running step that Sugden does, but boom, big right hand at the end for Asa.
Great fight between 10-pound and Bailey Sugden. It'll go to the judges' scorecards. The co-main event lived up to the billing, Joe. Fireworks from the opening bell.
Yep, right away, both of them went after each other. We saw Asa 10-pound really try to use his low kicks, landed some good right hands, and the Bailey Sugden style continued to come forward, try to use his hands, being the busier fighter, but Asa seemed to be doing the more damaging shots as Bailey was coming in, mixed his strike well, but the judges seemed to have it for Bailey Sugden. The strike count, you saw Bailey Sugden, no surprise, really coming in with the boxing where Asa 10-pound really looked at attacking the legs with his low kicks. Strikes by zone. Again, Bailey Sugden attacking the head where Asa Tempao changed it up a little bit more. Attacked the head with his punches, mixed the body well, as well as his low kicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. All three of our ringside judges see the bout and score the bout the same, 29-28, for your winner by unanimous decision, Asa Tempao.
The unanimous decision moves the American Ninja up to number 5 in the rankings as he remains undefeated in glory at 6-0. But up next, glory history will be made when Alex Pereira takes on Diedrich Abena for the interim light heavyweight title. The interim light heavyweight world title is going to be history in the making for one of these two fighters. Current middleweight champion Alex Pereira moved up a weight class, looking to become glory's first ever holder of 2 belts at the same time. In his way, second-ranked Diedrich Abena looking to become glory's youngest ever champion at 21 years of age.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the back. Obey my commands at all times, protect yourselves at all times. Any questions, gentlemen? If you want to now, touch gloves. Step back, I'll get you guys started.
History will be made one way or another. Either Diedrich Abena will become the youngest title holder in glory history at 21, or Pereira will become the first fighter to hold 2 belts in different glory weight classes at the same time. Here we go. Light heavyweight championship of the world on the line. Pereira comes out, guns blazing.
Let's see what Diedrich's going to approach here.
Pereira has frightening power, at least in the middleweight division. Can he carry it up to light heavyweight? It's nearly a 25-pound difference.
Yeah, Pereira just went right after him. Not intimidated by Abena's size or power at all.
We saw in his fight against Michael Duke, Abena can take a big punch.
Abena's not going to move back much either. He's content staying in the pocket, mixing good combinations.
Pereira coming off that fantastic first round stoppage win over Jason Wilness in the Netherlands.
Both guys exchanging low kicks.
Abena saying earlier that Pereira's legs were like toothpicks. He wants to try and chop them off.
Nice body shot from Abena. He mentioned he was going to attack the body as well.
My time.
Well, you got to respect that Abena's trying to bully what many consider to be a bully in Pereira.
Yeah, he has to show he's not intimidated, and I think that's what he's got to establish really early.
Right here.
If he lets Pereira push him back,
All right, here we go. Fight.
he's going to lose a lot of respect. So right now, really liking Abena's low kick.
Good start for Abena.
Shield approach. You see Pereira's hands a little bit more relaxed.
Knee there from Pereira. Abena stands his ground.
Pereira felt that Abena could fade as the fight goes on. So that's why one of my keys for Pereira was to control the pace.
Missing with the left hook there, Abena. He caught him that time.
Stop! Break clean. Back up.
Keep in mind, this one's scheduled for 5 rounds since it is a championship fight, not 3.
Pereira's got really good counter punches. He's got to be careful after his punches not to keep his hands low and his chin up.
Oh, nice high kick there from Pereira.
Stop! Break clean. Stop. Back up.
Maybe the best strike of round number 1 for either fighter. Another high kick from Pereira.
A lot of Pereira. People feel he's just got hands. He just really wants to showcase he can mix his kicks and knees well.
You gotta wonder, Joe, if Pereira landed that same high kick to someone in the middleweight division, would they have gone down?
Yeah, you never know.
There's another one. 3 high kicks landed for Pereira. And Abena a little off balance. A knee to the sternum there from Poatan. And another one. And Abena holds on.
Yeah, Pereira's decided to kick fight a little bit more now. Good strategy, because you know Abena likes to lead with his hands and his punches. Abena now backing up. Something we don't see very often.
Abena telling us that he doesn't feel Pereira's a true kickboxer, that he's more of a boxer that has the capoeira style, which is the martial art that's more of a dance than an actual fight.
Yeah, but Pereira's showcasing that he is complete. I think that's what he's constantly trying to show people.
Pereira said, hey, I'll take that comparison. Capoeira is how Brazilian slaves taught themselves martial arts so that their owners wouldn't know they were learning martial arts. They thought it was a dance, and they used that system to rise up against their owners and earn their freedom. Now Abena coming forward. Wait a minute. Oh, Pereira may be hurt here.
Yeah, there was a left hook landed from Donaghy in that exchange.
Both men's heads bobbling a little bit.
And Pereira's really good at rolling off punches.
This looks more and more like it's going to be a stop-out finish for one of these guys, a knockout finish rather.
You see Pereira using the low kick, and then he uses like a little heel strike to the leg. Very few have used that in kickboxing. You don't see that very often.
Knee from the middleweight champion of the world.
Showcasing the legs, and then I'm sure he's going to go upstairs soon.
Of course, win or lose here for Pereira, he will retain his middleweight title. Total strikes landed, Pereira 46-28, not really close. It feels like a closer fight though. Left hand there for Abena.
Pereira's going back to that heel strike to the leg.
Good body shot. Again, Abena trying to push his way through Pereira, but eats a nice 1-2.
Yeah, he slipped that too quickly behind that jab. Abena's really wanting to attack the body of Pereira. Feels he's weak there.
I've noticed when Abena gets hurt, Joe, he goes right into push mode to push his attacker away from him. Do you recommend that?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you back up, you let your opponent, continue his momentum. So off-balancing them is, a good strategy. Clinching up, anything at that point.
2 judges have Pereira up 2 rounds to none. 1 judge has it even.
And Pereira's really good at doing a good job at mixing his punches and his kicks. He's attacked the legs a lot, mixed the head kick, boxed a bit, landed good knees as well. Abena not looking as confident as the rounds go on.
Left hook grazing the nose of Abena. Pereira so much more active, 130 total strikes thrown. Abena, 89.
Abena did have some good success in the first round with the low kick. Just stopped throwing it.
It's hard to believe Abena is only 21.
Absolutely. To fight Michael Du, then Vahitov, and now Pereira.
But he looks like he's 30. He's got a man's body.
Really focuses on his strength and conditioning as well. He's hurt. Abena's hurt.
Got him with a left hook. Abena eats a knee now, trying to hold on. Can Poatan put him down? And that is a knockdown for Pereira.
He put every strike into that knockdown.
Is this the beginning of the end? Pereira looking to make history here. Oh, no! He's done it! He has done it! Glory's first ever two-division simultaneous world champion, Peloton, with his 20th professional KO, and it's the biggest of his life. He was a 5-1 favorite, according to Nick Kalakis out of Las Vegas. It seemed a little high to us, Joe, but it was right on the money. Pereira with a second round knockout over Abena.
Ladies and gentlemen, you watched it as it happened. This bout comes to an abrupt end with an official time of 2 minutes and 8 seconds of that third round, and ends by knockout for your winner. And now, interim light heavyweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira.
In dominating fashion, Alex Pereira claimed the interim light heavyweight title to go along with his middleweight title, making him Glory's first ever holder of 2 belts at the same time. He now stands alongside current heavyweight champion Rico Verhoeven at the top of the world's best stand-up fighters. Speaking of the king of kickboxing, he makes his next appearance against the legend, Badr the Bad Boy Hari, at Glory Collision 2 this December. These two giants have some unfinished business to settle and will fight in front of the largest Glory crowd ever. It all takes place on Saturday, December 21st. And don't forget to check out all things Glory on our website, glorykickboxing.com. Follow us on Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram, as well as catch up on Glory features and fights on our YouTube channel. See you next time on Glory Rewind.
Are you ready for glory?